birthday, day to me. Welcome back, losers, to a very special edition of the Boring Podcast. You want to know why it's special? It's special because it's my birthday. Well, actually, it's not really my birthday, but like my birthday was a few days ago, and we're currently at my house celebrating my birthday.
Yeah, okay. I want you to do me a favor, okay? Even if it's not Davian's birthday, all right? I want you to go to Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Find Davian Barba's Instagrams. You can find it on sleepyboys.club. Oh, God, Davian. Still wet from you when you put it in your mouth. Go to his social medias. Go to... No. Put it.
What is wet?
The microphone.
Microphone's wet. Microphone's wet.
At least
okay.
the sock.
Shut
Microphone sock.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to go to his social media, whatever, and I want you to tell him happy birthday.
Don't
do any of this cuck shit. Don't do any of this happy late birthday. No. Happy birthday. No late, just birthday. I want you to tell him happy birthday. Even if it's not his birthday, do it.
I should call him and tell him happy birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah, like...
Call him right now. Even if you don't find a way.
Even if you're on a podcast right now, like, just call your bro and say happy birthday like this. Oh, he's calling, dude. I wonder if happy birthday, dude!
It's not my birthday.
I was told it was your birthday from the Boring Podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's my birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, dude!
Thanks, dude.
Okay, let me get off this call. I got a podcast to do.
Alright,
Bye.
We'll be providing Davian's phone number in the description. Actually, just go to sleepyboys.club.
Yeah, well, like, we even
go to the
social security numbered.
Yeah, we're gonna do the social security number.
Yeah.
Go to the contact us at sleepyboys.club. Actually, I think you can go to sleepyboys.club/contact. Email us, and we'll tell you his phone number so you can tell him happy birthday.
Yeah.
And ask him for a social security number and all that.
I'll send you the address. I'll send you the social security.
Yeah, to send him his happy birthday bomb or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Davian, you're the host. Host us in.
I don't know what to talk about.
Well, what do we normally talk about, Davian?
We normally talk about Shane Dawson.
Yes. Okay.
And
yeah. Welcome to the Shane Dawson Hour.
So, alright, shut up. Okay, so as mentioned in the last podcast, Shane had went on Instagram Live to talk about what he wanted the finale to be. Maybe we might have already talked about the finale.
We already talked about
we talked about what he did, like what he was wanting to do with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well he actually uploaded the finale.
Yeah. Oh no. What was our position again? Were we supposed to be anti or for it?
There was gonna be a finale regardless, but the argument was over whether or not he should or shouldn't include the drama. He didn't want to include the drama because he didn't feel like it would fit in with the episode. But let me tell you,
for or against?
I was for the drama because I just wanted to see it. Most people, I think we were for the drama because we wanted to see in like real life like what was happening with Jeffree Star.
So we're for it.
Yeah,
right.
And guess what he did?
He uploaded it.
He uploaded it with the drama, and I think it was like a great mix, because I'm pretty sure what he wanted to do, or like what he was planning on doing when he uploaded the trailer. What? Hi.
It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, tell him happy birthday. Hey,
What
Dave,
do
happy
you?
birthday, dude! Happy birthday! Yeah!
What do you need, Daniela? Okay. And D, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
We'll save it for the podcast.
Yeah, we'll save it for the podcast.
Okay, well, if Mom tries to come in, make sure you tell her we're recording a podcast. If Mom tries to come in, make sure you tell her to like knock or something, because we're doing a podcast right now.
If she comes, tell her to knock.
Just lock the door. Lock the door.
All right, that was our special guest for this episode.
Okay.
Daniela!
Woo!
Happy birthday, Davian!
Happy birthday,
Okay, well, let's just say. Oh, so I think what he wanted to do when he first like uploaded the trailer was put all the drama and talk about like what like behind the scenes with Jeffree and like what he was going through. Can you guys shut up? Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then what he ended up doing, I really loved it. So he did put in the drama, but like after every clip of drama, he put in like videos of people like begging for the drama, or they were like shading Shane. They're like, "Oh, he's just trying to clickbait us because he's not gonna put in the drama." And then he put in the clip of the drama, and they didn't really show. Well, they did show Jeffrey's reaction, but it wasn't a very live reaction. I think it was after he uploaded the video, like the apology video. Um, and then they also showed Shane and Ryland's reaction, which was that clip from the trailer when they like are like shook. But okay, I feel like nobody's talking about this. In the trailer, there's a clip where literally Ryland is like walking around the house with a baseball bat, and all the lights are out. And Shane is talking about how somebody's outside their house, and you hear like knocking, but nobody's talking about that not being put in. Like I don't know what that was, but I wanted to see the context behind it.
Well, I mean, think about this.
Like somebody was trying to break into their house is what it seemed like, but they never talked about it, and I don't see anybody else talking about it. But everybody's still worried about if he's gonna put in the drama or not. Like I was concerned about like his actual safety. Like
Yeah.
You can't upload it if he's dead.
That's kind of weird though. Like, I think we should talk about like in movie trailers or in just trailers in general, how like they promise us content or whatever, and sometimes it just doesn't come up. So I think that's something that needs to be addressed, right? Like, what's this whole thing about like Ryland and they have a baseball bat and they're like, someone's here or whatever, right? I feel like that's a pretty significant part of the thing.
Yeah.
The drama is, I think, one of the biggest parts of it all because it makes sense, right? This whole thing was based on that drama, so that would make sense. But you can't just leave out another part that seems pretty significant. Someone trying to break into your house. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe, for all we know, it wasn't that mind-blowing. But it's still, you shouldn't, like, bait people into doing it. Of course, the biggest bait...
Well, I was just gonna say, either way, the series was, like, really cool. Also, like, well, in the finale, they also talked, like, real numbers and, like actual, like, statistics of the launch. Oh, they also, what I was looking forward to most was, like, how they dealt with, like, the site breaking. I don't know if you guys heard about that, like, but when they released all the collections, the site where you ordered it, like, crashed because so many people were on it trying to order, and it was down for like a few hours. And so I was looking forward to that, and I was a little shook. Like I could picture like Jeffrey being mad and like yelling at the conference call, but like Shane started yelling, and I was like, oh shoot. He was telling, because like I don't remember, but the lady on the conference call was like, so what do you want us to do? And then Shane just started yelling like, oh, fix it. And then it was kind of funny because there's this girl that posted a video on like Instagram or Snapchat or something, and she's in a hospital with one of those like poles with like her IV bags and all that. And she was like walking to the window, and she's like, I'm trying to get better service so I can order the pallet. And then as Shane was yelling, he was like, there's a girl in a hospital trying to order the pallet. And then he like looked off to the side to the camera. He's like, we're sending her one though.
Okay, my question is, why? How about instead of worrying about the pallet, you worry about your
getting
health?
better.
What?
Well, I don't know.
Is it one of those situations where, like, in movies where it's like you have to get the thing, like,
I don't know.
I'm dying, and it's like I have to get the super deluxe.
I think her health was fine, but I don't know if she was a girl. I think she was a girl, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
but I don't want to
Davian.
Anyways, yeah. So Shane started yelling, and then I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. They talked about they broke like a bunch of records with the pallet. Like it was like something like Morphe, which is like one of the people that were selling the pallet. Like that was like their biggest launch ever, like in sales, like the most sales ever.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like Shane Dawson's one of the biggest creators on the platform.
Yeah.
And Jeffree Star is also one of the biggest creators, and like this whole series was essentially just them hyping it up. Essentially, that's not gonna lie, I'm not trying to dish Shane Dawson, but the series was kind of like one big ad, right?
Yeah.
Like for his whole thing, and so it would make sense why it would be breaking things.
Yeah,
right?
like I was thinking, like Shane, well, he came up with a lot of the concepts and stuff, but I think that like, well, his main purpose was to show all the behind the scenes stuff. Like obviously they use like Jeffrey's formulas and like like Jeffrey had the experience, but Shane wanted to like show the whole world, like what goes into it and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So that's the series. That's the finale. That's the last time we're gonna talk about it on the
Alright.
podcast. What are we
Um,
talking about last time?
After we finish this podcast, we're immediately going to be executed because we have no purpose anymore. And then when the new Shane Dawson series comes out, we will be they're going to take they're going to revive us. Well, most likely what's going to happen is they're going to take chunks of us from the massacre and they're going to clone us for the next episode podcast. So yeah. Isn't it strange that the most consistent we've ever been is when Shane Dawson is doing a series?
Yeah.
So it goes to show that that's all we care about. That's all we care about.
We're like little leeches.
Exactly.
Basically,
So-
Lazo.
We're like
Oh, now I remember what I was gonna say.
All right, what are you going to say, David?
I was gonna say also like I think a lot of people bought the palette because it's like, well, I was thinking like, what if like Shane and Jeffrey like they were probably like in the room where that they were in the room where that palette was made and like what if they like touched it or like they looked at it or something.
I mean, they could have.
Also, they made a chapstick. I would buy that, but it's it's $18 and also like I don't think my parents would let me. I don't know. An $18 chapstick, but it looks good.
It could be good.
I mean, sounds delicious.
I mean, is it like what kind of chapstick is it? It's just like
It's Diet root beer scented. And that's
Okay,
what everybody's
I might check it out just to eat it.
that's gonna be the next episode of Eat and Eat.
Yeah, the next episode.
Speaking of which, Davian, as we know, yes, actually, I would like to note that this is not a regular episode. This is going to be an interview for Davian. Probably going to be posted about Davian's possibility. Davian's thinking about running for president. Isn't that right, Davian?
Yes, Davian. Please
Yes.
tell us about your president.
Exactly. So, we want to know, it's like, if you're going to run for president, because we don't know if he's actually going to run for president. It's just a possibility. He's pulling a Bloomberg, you feel me? Like, people are teasing him, like, teasing him to run for president.
Well,
So,
let me tell you.
Have you not heard Davian?
I'm only running for president because my 7th grade volleyball coach told me that if I ran for president, she'd vote for me. So I mean, I already got them votes, boy. So like, might as well run.
Yeah.
exactly. So, we want to hear some of the policies should be enacting, and some voter blocks that you'll be, maybe,
Yeah. Experience.
well, I don't want to say pandering, but voter blocks you'll be pandering to. Firstly, well, I mean, I want to hear from resident gamer Clake. What are some issues that you think gamers are going to have and David can address them if he were to run for president? F, big oof.
Well, I'm not really big for the community because I'm a gamer, you know, but I might consider myself voting this time around if I hear word about the issue on gamers being allowed to vote. So Davian, tell us your opinion on why gamers should vote or if they should not vote.
Exactly.
And why are we all chewing gum?
Well, we're actually sponsored by, what is their sponsor again?
Are we
Extra
not?
long-lasting.
La. We do not want a copyright
So,
strike. Thank you very
Please
much.
tell me.
Um,
Will the gamers be allowed to vote for this next election?
I believe that gamers should have the right to get an abortion because.
Good word. Good word.
How dare you!
Please tell us why you believe this, Mr. Barba.
I don't really know actually.
Oh.
Just like a real politician.
Yes, just like a real politician. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Will you let-
Okay, gamers, they should not vote.
We should vote, not that we can.
They
vote.
should not vote.
I mean, us gamers, we're not exactly allowed to partake in voting times.
More like it's hard for gamers to vote, they're too busy
Yeah, we're gaming.
You know, we're too busy gaming in mom's basements,
Yeah.
eating our chicken tendies. Davian, will you make it so that possible for people who maybe can't go out voting will be able to vote, right?
Yeah. Will you
like
do this? Do like an I don't know, something online, maybe like online voting.
Yeah,
Will that?
don't worry. And we know that online voting can never be tampered with, especially
Yes,
by
yeah.
foreign governments cannot tamper
Especially
online
if it's
voting.
electronic. It's impossible to mess with stuff that's electronic. You know, Davian. So,
You know,
Of
will
course
you
I
be
know.
making promises of electoral votes?
exactly. What about dogs? Do you think dogs have rights, Davian?
Yeah. Do you think dogs have rights as a gamer? You know.
Davian, do you think dogs have rights? Specifically the Second Amendment.
Do dogs have the right to bear arms?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes like bears are looking pretty scrumptious, so I think that dogs should have the right to bear arms. Like if they can take down that bear and take their arms, then they should definitely have that Second Amendment right.
I know. Thank you, Davian. This is going to end our segment for Davian's
I'm voting.
possible run. If he decides to vote. Hopefully Davian does decide to vote. This country is very decisive, and I feel like a candidate like Davian, who is for...
Wait, Davian voting. I thought he was going to be running.
I said a candidate like Davian running for the presidential seat could happen.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for him. He's got my vote.
So yeah. Okay. What's your next subject to talk about? What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Fortnite.
ads.
Ads?
Yeah. Speaking of ads, we're gonna go on a little ad break right now. Don't forget to take a big poopy, make yourself some food, and of course, as always, drink some water, which we will not do, but we recommend that you do.
Yeah, that's epic.
That is pretty epic indeed. All right, we're taking an ad break. All right. Thank you.
Voice break. Voice break. Watch it. Watch it.
Stop, David, stop.
What?
I will be deleting that part. Thank you very much, David.
Me, Ma, not the
Stop
China.
crying.
Step, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro.
Me, Ma, not the China. Me, Ma, please. This happened last year.
All right, so now we're gonna talk about things that have happened to us since we last recorded the podcast. Let me tell you.
Can I go first? He's a host school. Davian, can I go first?
Let me tell you guys a
Davian, let me go
fun
first.
story.
He's the host.
So, as we all know,
Mom.
wait, if I say Peppa the Pig, do you think we'll get copyrighted?
No, it's not even copyrighted, Damien.
Okay. So as you all know,
We literally did a whole episode about Peppa the Pig.
Oh.
Damien.
Okay. So as you all may know, Peppa the Pig has recently become, like a meme in herself. So I decided to take it upon myself to show my appreciation for Peppa. And the way I would do that is by drawing her on my chalkboard. So I have a pretty large, hefty chalkboard. And I have some pretty nice chalk, like colored chalk. So last night, impulsively, I decided to look up Peppa Pig clip art. And I attempted, keyword attempted, to draw that very famous classic Peppa photo of her just standing. So, about like 15 minutes in, I had finished coloring the dress, the feet, the tail, and the arms. And let me tell you, I was pretty confident that this Peppa was gonna look fire. Then came time for that head. I drew the outline of the head. Beautiful. I drew the snout. Perfect. I drew that little blush on her cheek. Amazing. Gorgeous. I drew the smile. You know, it was alright. It kind of resembled the one in the picture. Not entirely, but you know, it was there. The smile was there. Then I drew I drew the eyes. And let me tell you, once I finished drawing those eyes, and I looked at that Peppa, she had been through some stuff. She had been through some hardcore stuff.
She looks like a drug addict, Davian.
All right, you did not have to say that, but I guess we'll keep it in. So if you want to see my reaction to that, you can check out our Twitter and Instagram to me reacting to Peppa the Pig. All right, now onto Karen.
Armando, give me the water. Armando, if I talk in the mic, will you give me water? I crave for that hydration where I had not gotten it.
Finish your thing and you get water.
Okay, so what happened? What happened to me, Davian? I think this applies to you very heavily. So I'd recommend that you listen to my story. So this week, earlier, Davian, please stop trying to ignite the lighter that will not ignite. It is an inignitable lighter. Davian, you told me that did not ignite. Davian, Davian, birthday boy, please, dude. Please, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, dude.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Davian, please, dude.
Davian, please stop.
We need to use that for your candles. Davian, please. Davian, come on, man. Okay, so Davian, we need to save the lighter so we can light up your birthday candles for the Davian, please, dude, please. I can't handle this anymore. I will commit suicide like Jeffrey Epstein. I will tie toilet paper around my neck and I will jump off of the Empire State Building, thus causing my neck to snap in an intense manner, so that way I lose consciousness in my life.
All right, onto your story.
Okay, so earlier Armando, come on, I'm trying to get a story done. Okay, so Armando, not the Mima, not the China.
We're gonna have guests here.
Okay, so
10 minutes, so you might want to
earlier this week, I saw Armando. I haven't even gotten to the funniest part.
Oh my god, that's bro.
I'm not even done yet. Okay. Save your laughter till the end, okay? So. Come on. I've been trying to tell the same story for 10. Why? Every time it comes to me, it involves absolute chaos. Why? I'm just trying to create order. I really want to tell my story. This is
earlier this week.
I've been trying to tell this story for 10 minutes, and for the same story.
All right.
Okay, so Armando. Okay. Oh God, I hate you guys. Okay. Okay, so earlier this week, I
Okay, bye. Sorry.
Okay. Absolutely mental.
Get out.
Just go.
Okay. So earlier this week, I saw a tree. It was cool. So on to you, Armando.
Wait, that was the
whole
Yeah,
thing?
I saw a tree.
Wow.
It was a cool looking tree.
That was very anticlimactic.
That's the story I want to tell. The last 10 minutes. When I say okay, so earlier this week.
Wait, Armando, I have a question. What was so funny about earlier this week?
Oh no. Okay, the joke was I was trying to make it so that Khalik couldn't tell his story, and then I just kept laughing, and then me laughing and you guys laughing just made me laugh more. It got funnier, and I literally laughed for no reason. Okay.
Okay, so earlier
Okay.
Wait, so how does you saying the truth pertain to me?
Oh, I just wanted to get your attention and make sure you guys were actually listening.
Well, trees. Nah.
Yeah.
My story for this week is oh, I don't really have a story.
I could tell some more about my life.
Okay, well, I have
while
a
you get
second
your
story.
story.
Oh God.
Second story that pertains to me.
See, this is what happens. Oh, who am I supposed to give it to?
Me, I'm the
Give it
birthday
to
boy, and
Davian.
it's my host week.
Give it to Davian.
Okay. Whole lasagna.
All right, this is gonna be a diss track on Khalid. So, was it last Friday?
Night.
Last Friday night.
Oh shoot! I have a story.
I was looking at that.
Well, okay, it actually starts difficulties.
It's only 10.
All right. So, on I don't know what day this was. Okay, on Wednesday, November 20th, Khalid texted our boring podcast group chat. He said, "Are you guys coming to my piano recital?" I said, "When?" He said, "Friday at the location." I said, "What time?" He said, "Like 5:30, I think." I'll ask. I can't play piano, and I can't find love. What's the difference? So can you come to my performance tomorrow? When is it over? Let me find out. Okay. 6:30 performance. So do I get there at 5:30 still? I mean, you can. When will you be there? 5:30. Okay. My dad hasn't responded yet, but I'll try to go watch. That Friday, the next thing I said, Khalid, you lied. You want to know why he lied? Because it was not a piano recital.
Yeah.
It was not a piano recital, and I was lied
Well, I
to.
told you I can't play the piano.
But you still told me it was a piano recital.
What was it?
It was his marching band performing their show.
It was the senior
And I was lied to.
final performance for parents and stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, can I?
Okay, so apparently Khalid lied to Davian Barba. I need you to do me a favor, Khalid. I have to. Now he's playing bongos on Davian's cheeks. No, I will not clarify what kind of cheeks he's doing it on. Khalid, I'm gonna need you to do the typical procedure standard for Sleepy Boys Club apology. Do set number 35.
Okay.
Oh my God, Davian, you're gonna freaking ah!
Are you sure you want 35? You know it's kind of vulgar.
Do set. Actually, I just want you to do the default model.
But we don't have a default model.
Yes, it is.
We always have just sets.
It's the Anthony Padilla / Bobby Burns. The you know, open your camera up.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. I take the mic real quick. So basically, what I need to do get set up is.
Needs to set up a bit. Well, I mean, you don't just do it like, but if in podcast format.
I mean, I could, but like it'd be anticlimactic. So,
They're not gonna be able to see you.
hand me the microphone. Okay, so basically, what I need to do is Okay, you ready?
Okay, we're ready, Khalid.
I have made a severe mistake with a lot of judgment, and
No.
I'm truly sorry about that.
Stop.
Are you sure? Are you sure it is?
Default model is turn on computer or turn on camera. Look at camera, dead in the eye, sigh.
Oh, I forgot those. Okay.
I didn't want to make this video, or I didn't want to make this
Okay,
podcast,
I'm sorry.
or I didn't want to make this apology. You ruined it. We can't go back on it anymore, or else it won't feel sincere. I'm going to cut this part out. Khalid, I'm sorry. Your time's up. You just lost Jeopardy. Now, I was gonna do my story, right? And it's a pretty.
Okay, well, we got people showing.
What's the story?
Here's my story, right? So I was in math class, doing the maths and all that.
Calculus.
No, I was in math class, and it was this pretty funny moment, right? Like, I forgot what we were talking about, but we were talking about an issue, right? I think we were talking about San Francisco or something like that.
Why?
Yeah, I think. And there was this kid in my class, I think, for the most part. Stop messing around! I'm telling my story, guys! Jeez.
It's
Anyway.
almost like you playing with a lighter or a Rubik's Cube when we were in the middle of our stories. I'm laughing.
Mister! I have a story. Earlier this week, I saw a tree. Shut up. There was not story.
Okay.
That's just a statement.
Okay, Mister. Earlier this week.
Earlier this week. That's pretty funny. Okay, so there's this kid, and we were talking about San Francisco. They're talking about how bad San Francisco is.
Yeah.
And I don't really actually care about the subject, right? But I was just defending San Francisco by making like statements like they were like, oh, there's a lot of homeless people and poop, and I was like, that's so great. Like homeless people and poop is great. And they were talking about all this stuff, and I was like, and so then they were just like, and then he was like, and so then the kid, I'm gonna call him C. I'm gonna call him C, right? So then this kid is, stop messing with your toes, you freaking mitosis. Anyway.
Not funny.
Okay, and so then he was like, why don't you go back to San Francisco? I can't remake this. I can't.
Welcome to boss.
And so then he was, okay, I'll try and remake it, right? He said, why don't you go back to San Francisco? And I was like, oh my god. I was like, let's call him K, right? So I was like, oh my god, K. Oh my god, K. Like, I was like, stop being so edgy. And so I turned around and I said, why don't you do me a favor and get a new personality or something like that? And it was a huge roast, and everyone was like, oh, and laughing, and he was honestly apparently speechless, apparently.
Oh,
I said apparently twice. And I didn't even intend to do that. It was not my intention to roast anyone. I was not trying to act in bad faith. I was just messing around. That was the first thing that came to my head. And I have this weird tendency where I come up with a joke, right? Mm-hmm. But then like I kind of feel like I kind of don't want to tell the joke because I'm scared that people won't understand the joke until like a few minutes later where I tell the joke but the tension is gone. And it could have been that moment, right, where that's what I wanted to say as a joke, but then the tension would be gone and there would be no impact, but I just said it and it happened and I realized, oh damn, did I just do that? Oh jeez. And so that's what happened, and yeah. That's what happened. I roasted a kid, and now he's dead. Are those two things related? Probably not.
Oh. So you killed somebody, and they're unrelated? Is it like a different kid?
All right.
I never said.
We got for this week, guys.
No, it's not. Okay, we haven't even finished the mark. Okay. Davian, I don't understand that you have people coming over here for your birthday party. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Davian.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Actually, I think happy birthday is no longer. Was there water in there?
No, I drank it all. I drank like a lot of it.
Wow. Guys.
Hey. If I didn't
at least.
all of it,
Hey. At least he was hydrated. Like trees. See? Remember when Kalik was like, Armando, give me water, else I won't tell the story or whatever the heck. And I said, I'll give you water after you do the story. No wonder, because he was like a tree. He wanted water.
Yeah.
Anyway, Davian wants to end the podcast early or whatever the heck, because he has guests coming over for his birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Davian.
birthday!
Happy birthday, Davian. Happy birthday, Davian.
Davian, why can't we just have them on? Just have them on the podcast.
Davian, how old are you now?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah.
I am 12.
Alright.
Uh-oh, stinky. No, 12 birthday spanks, no! 12 birthday spanks. 12 birthday spanks. 12 birthday spanks.
12 birthday spanks.
No. Okay. We're going to be censoring this part out because it's just too graphic to hear. Kalik spanking, what the heck? Censor this out. Armando, editing this. Armando, no. What the fuck? I didn't even know how many. What the? No. What? No. What the fuck is this? Some BDSM? No.
Maximum power.
Why was this in? Armando from the future. Did I even record? Yes, I recorded all of that. Armando from the future. I want you to edit this out. Maybe not. I don't know. what I want to do. But that was a disturbing scene. I'm glad that this is I'm glad this is a podcast and not an actual video, because if it was, you guys would have to see that, and I have to probably put it on a certain website for adult material, because that's how it felt like.
That's awesome.
Okay, they're here, the friends.
So I guess
And-
we end the podcast.
Maybe we'll end the podcast.
After those.
We probably are going to end the podcast.
Yeah, after that. It only makes sense, you know.
After the famous birthday spanks.
Yeah, after the famous birthday spanks, we all
So it was not the guest.
we all love
It was not the guest, but they're... Davian, why are you closing the door?
Yeah.
He does not like those people. Alright, I'm going to name those people right here, right now. If you are these people, then you, he does not like you, alright? Person number 1, Kalik. Person number 2, Armando. That is it. Alright, thank you for watching the podcast episode. Davian, as a host, you should probably send us out,
Yeah. We're
yeah.
ending it on the birthday spank note.
The birthday spank now.
In honor of our future 46th president, Davian Barba, we're going to be sending him off with a special performance by the lovely lady, Mrs. Barba.
Happy birthday to you. Happy